Welcome to another riveting episode of Couch Sundays, where we dive into the depths of history and unearth fascinating stories. Each week, we pull back the curtains of time, casting light on the intriguing tales that have shaped our world. Today, we journey to the late 19th century, tracing the footprints of a woman who left an indelible mark on the hearts and minds of the era's foremost thinkers. Her name was Lou von Salomé, a radiant, intelligent force of nature who defied societal norms and expectations. With her keen interest in philosophy and religious matters, she enchanted many, causing ripples in the lives of those she encountered, from pastors to philosophers to poets. Her story is one of intrigue, of passion, and of a relentless pursuit of knowledge and adventure. Her spirit continues to echo through the ages, a testament to her fascinating life. So sit back, relax, and let's delve into the captivating life of Lou von Salomé. In the 1870s, Pastor Henrik Gillot was a leading light in St. Petersburg. A young, well-read man, he attracted the interest of the intelligentsia, with his sermons drawing in many young women. Yet, it was the bewitching Lou von Salomé who would irreversibly transform his existence. Salomé, just 17 old, with mesmerizing blue eyes, was a dynamo. Her passions covered philosophy and religious topics, and her intensity and intelligence were entrancing. Gillot, then 42, found himself pulled towards her in a manner he had never previously experienced. Despite their considerable age difference, Gillot plunged into a deep infatuation. He was enchanted by her receptiveness to ideas, her sharp mind, and her passionate engagement in philosophical and religious debates. This situation can be likened to the scenario discussed in The Masculine Dandy chapter in The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. Gillot, like the archetypal dandy, was entranced by a woman of great intellect and charm who didn't conform to the norms of society, much like Salomé. He was spellbound, unable to resist her allure, and eventually professed his love for her. In a daring move, Gillot presented Salomé with a marriage proposal. The outcome was a rejection. Salomé, a fiercely independent spirit, was disinterested in matrimony. She was a global woman with an insatiable desire for philosophy, life, and adventure, which could not be satisfied by traditional marital ties. Gillot, however, was persistent. His love for her was steadfast, and he continued to woo her, despite her declination. Despite his persistence, his efforts were fruitless. Salomé stood firm in her decision, further deepened the enchantment she had cast over him. Gillot was a different man after Salomé. His infatuation with her left an indelible impression on him, molding him in ways he could never have predicted. As Greene pointed out in his book, a dandy often finds himself transformed by the object of his affections, much like Gillot was by Salomé. Her intellect and charm deeply affected him, just like the muses in Greene's book, leaving a lasting impact on his heart and mind, ultimately altering the trajectory of his life. Fast forward to 1882, when the renowned German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche crosses paths with Salomé in Rome. A letter from his friend, the Prussian philosopher Paul Rive, sets the stage for this pivotal encounter. Rive's words paint a vivid picture of a radiant young woman, her blue eyes sparkling with intelligence and curiosity. He recounts their stimulating discussions and mentions her desire to meet Nietzsche, a detail that piques the philosopher's interest. Upon meeting Salomé, Nietzsche is immediately captivated. There's something undeniably magnetic about her, an allure that goes beyond physical attraction. Her excitement about philosophy, her keenness to explore life's complexities, her unquenchable thirst for adventure, all these ignite a spark in Nietzsche, a spark that soon turns into a flame. He is so taken by her that he proposes marriage, oblivious to the fact that Rive had already done so and been turned down. Salomé, however, remains unfazed. Her interest lies not in matrimony but in the pursuit of knowledge and experience. She declines Nietzsche's proposal, yet this doesn't deter him. On the contrary, it fuels his fascination. He continues to court her, drawn in by her intellectual prowess and her uncanny ability to mirror his deepest thoughts. She anticipates his ideas about religion, challenging and stimulating his mind in a way no one else ever has. Yet Salomé remains steadfast in her refusal to marry. When Nietzsche proposes again, she scolds him, her uncompromising manner only deepening the spell she has cast over him. Her slight hint of cruelty, far from repelling him, seems to enchant him further. He is devastated when she finally leaves him, the impact of their brief yet intense encounter leaving him reeling. But Nietzsche's story doesn't end here. His encounter with Salomé fuels his work, inspiring him to write a book deeply influenced by their discussions. This book stands as a testament to Salomé's impact on Nietzsche, a reminder of the profound intellectual connection they shared. Salomé's refusal to conform to societal norms, her blend of masculine and feminine qualities, her radiant beauty coupled with her fierce independence and analytical mind, all these create a bewitching paradox. She confuses and excites, employing a strange mix of masculine and feminine tactics in her interactions with men. This unusual dynamic, this reversal of traditional gender roles in love and seduction, leaves men spellbound. They are drawn to her, yet they don't know how to handle a woman who uses their own weapons against them. Nietzsche's encounter with Salomé left an indelible mark on his life and work. Her influence, her charisma, her refusal to conform, all these shaped Nietzsche's perceptions and philosophies. She was a force to be reckoned with, a woman who defied societal norms and charted her own path. And in doing so, she left a lasting legacy, one that continues to intrigue and inspire to this day. Salomé's allure didn't just stop at philosophers, it extended to the world of literature and theater. As she moved to Berlin, her magnetic charm and unconventional personality captured the hearts of playwrights Gerhart Hauptmann and Franz Wedekind. Hauptmann, a Nobel laureate, and Wedekind, a prominent figure in the Expressionist movement, were both renowned for their critical and thought-provoking works. Yet they were no match for the captivating Lou von Salomé. Hauptmann, known for his realistic dramas, was drawn to Salomé's intellectual prowess and her unique perspective on life. He found her intriguing and different from anyone he had ever met. Her nonconformist nature and independent spirit resonated with him, influencing his work in ways he had not anticipated. He was encapsulated by her, and it was evident in the strong, independent characters he created in his plays. Similarly, Wedekind, known for his avant-garde style, was captivated by Salomé's radiant beauty and her philosophical mind. Her refusal to adhere to societal norms and her analytical approach to life fascinated him. It made him see the world through a different lens, and this newfound perspective found its way into his works. His characters became more complex and nuanced, a testament to the influence Salomé had on him. But Salomé's influence extended beyond these two playwrights. She was a published poet, her work widely read and appreciated. Her poetry was a reflection of her philosophical mind, her exploration of life, religion, and love. Her poems were as unconventional as she was, challenging societal norms and expectations. She wrote with an intensity and honesty that resonated with readers, making her a beloved figure in the literary world. Her fame grew, and so did her influence. She became a symbol of intellectual femininity, a beacon for women who dared to challenge societal norms and conventions. Her refusal to conform, to be anything other than herself, was both refreshing and inspiring. It was this quality that made her so attractive to the men in her life and to the world at large. Salomé's influence on these men was not just personal, it was transformative. She challenged their views, made them question their beliefs, and in doing so, changed the way they saw the world. Her influence was evident in their works, in the characters they created, and the stories they told. She was a muse, yes, but more than that, she was a catalyst for change. In the end, Salomé's influence extended far beyond the realm of philosophy and literature. She became a symbol of non-conformity, a beacon for those who dared to challenge societal norms and expectations. Her life was a testament to the power of individuality and the importance of staying true to oneself. Salomé's influence on these men further enhanced her enigma. Her allure was more than just her physical beauty or intellectual prowess. It was her authenticity, her refusal to conform, and her unwavering commitment to her beliefs that made her such a compelling figure. She was, in every sense, a dandy, and like all great dandies, she left an indelible mark on those who had the privilege of knowing her. Even the great Austrian poet couldn't resist the charm of Lou von Salomé. There was something about Salomé that captivated the poet, an allure that went beyond her radiant beauty. It wasn't merely her striking blue eyes or her engaging manner, but an energy, a masculine force that he'd never encountered in a woman before. This was a woman who wasn't just a muse, but also a thinker, a philosopher, a force to be reckoned with. Their affair began in a whirlwind of intense discussions and passionate exchanges. He followed her everywhere, drawn to her like a moth to a flame. She was his muse, his inspiration, his obsession. He was in awe of her intellect, her independence, her audacity. He wrote some of his most profound verses under her influence, his pen seemingly possessed by the energy that she exuded. But Salomé wasn't just a muse to be idolized. She was a woman to be respected. And respect her he did, though he also became increasingly dependent on her. His admiration bordered on obsession, his poems filled with her essence. It was as if he could not exist without her, could not think without her, could not write without her. Yet this dependence, this almost childish attachment, did not sit well with Salomé. She, who valued her freedom above all else, did not wish to be a crutch for anyone, not even for a man as talented and as passionate as the Austrian poet. She wanted to be an equal, a partner, not a caretaker. And so she left him, leaving behind a heartbroken poet and a legacy of heart-wrenching verses. Salomé was not a woman to be owned, to be possessed. She was a woman to be admired, to be respected, to be learned from. She was a woman who refused to conform to societal norms, who chose to live life on her own terms, and in doing so, she stirred a sense of confusion and excitement in the men who loved her, a mix of emotions that kept them captivated, intrigued, and forever under her spell. Salomé's relationships were characterized by her intellect, independence, and the confusion she stirred in these men. Lou von Salomé was a woman of great intellect and charisma, leaving a lasting impression on every man she encountered. Imagine a woman who, in the late 19th century, bewitched some of the most brilliant minds of the age, not through beauty alone, but with an electrifying intelligence, an unconventional spirit, and a magnetic allure that seemed to defy societal norms. This was Lou von Salomé, a woman whose influence extended to the realms of philosophy, literature, and religion. Salomé was more than just a muse. She was a force of nature, a catalyst of change. She had the uncanny ability to mirror the deepest thoughts of men, anticipate their ideas, and challenge them in ways they never thought possible. To Pastor Henrik Gillot, Friedrich Nietzsche, and countless others, she was an enigma, a source of both confusion and excitement. But why was this so? Salomé had a unique blend of masculine and feminine qualities that was both intriguing and disconcerting. She was radiant and attractive, yet fiercely independent and analytical. This blend of traits was unusual for a woman of her time, and it was this non-conformity that drew men towards her. She was not interested in being merely an ornament in a man's life. She wanted to engage, to provoke, to inspire. Moreover, Salomé was not afraid to assert her dominance. Her interactions with Nietzsche, for instance, were marked by an uncompromising manner and a hint of cruelty that only seemed to deepen his fascination. She was unyielding, refusing to cater to the expectations of men, even when they proposed marriage. This refusal to conform to traditional roles was not just a mark of her independence, but also a testament to her strength. But perhaps what made Salomé truly irresistible was the forbidden allure she radiated. She embodied a type of sexuality that was not just about physical attraction, but also about intellectual stimulation. Her relationships with men were not defined by their physicality, but by their ideas, their conversations, their shared passions. This was a type of attraction that was rare, intense, and incredibly compelling. Salomé's influence was not just limited to the men she encountered, it also extended to the wider society. She was a published poet and a respected figure in the intellectual circles of Berlin. Her ideas and insights influenced the works of prominent playwrights like Gerhart Hauptmann and Franz Wedekind. Even the great Austrian poet Rainer Maria Rilke, who fell deeply in love with her, was profoundly affected by her energy and intellect. Yet Salomé was not just a seductress or a muse. She was a woman who dared to defy norms and assert her individuality. She was a woman who used her intellect and charisma to influence and captivate, a woman who was not afraid to be different. The legacy of Lou von Salomé is one of defiance and influence. It is a testament to the power of intellect and charisma, a reminder of the impact one person can have on the minds and hearts of others. It is a story of a woman who was not afraid to be herself, even when the world demanded otherwise. Salomé's life tells a tale of a woman who defied norms and used her intellect to captivate and influence some of the greatest minds of her time. And so, we come to the end of our journey into the life of Lou von Salomé. A woman of remarkable intellect and charisma, Salomé left an indelible mark on the men she encountered, from Pastor Henrik Gillot to Friedrich Nietzsche, and from the playwrights of Berlin to the great Austrian poet. Her unique blend of femininity and masculinity, her radiant presence, and her refusal to conform to societal norms of her time made her irresistible and enigmatic. Her influence was vast, inspiring philosophical discourse, igniting passion, and even shaping literature. Yet she remains steadfastly independent, her focus ever on philosophy, life, and adventure rather than marriage. Salomé's story is a testament to the power of individuality and the allure of the unconventional. Her legacy continues to intrigue and inspire, a fascinating echo from the annals of history. Thank you for joining us on Couch Sundays. I will cover the keys to the masculine dandy's character and dangers associated with their character in the next video. Stay curious, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.